Alright, so continuing with the logical function, we are going to look at not function. So not function is one of the logical functions that we use in Excel. This could come handy whenever it is necessary. So what not function actually does, let me show you. So type in not function and you say change false to true or true to false. So that is basically everything that it does. If you check an output, if you check if something is equals to another thing and that thing is true, not function is going to give you the reverse logical value, which is going to be false, and if something is false, it's going to change it to be true, right? Okay, so I will show you how we can use this. One of the ways we can actually use not function. So basically, let's just test this first. So we have not function, and I want to check if this. So I want to check if the English test score in 60 for a student, for John, which is this, equals to the mathematics test. I mean, does this guy score the same mark? And normally it will have been false because 63 and 93 are not the same, right? However, the not function is giving us true. So so let's just go a bit here to check this. So is 63 equals to 93? No, false, they are not because they're not the same, right? So if you check, they are all false. All those numbers are not the same. But since we are using this not is going to give us the reverse version of this. Not is going to say this is true, which of which they are not, right? So you ask me how is this useful for us? Well, there are so many ways you can use this in the model. You can use, well, for me I think using it with combination of and or something makes more sense. All right, so again I'm going to remove this and then I'm going to combine this with check if this is blank. So I wanted to know one of the ways you can use this is, let's check. Okay, say not function. All right, so what this will do, okay, initially let's just start with is blank, right? So I'm saying all this is this value, is it blank? No, it is not blank, right? So is this blank? Yeah, so this is blank, this is blank, this is blank, right? So let's combine this with not function and see how this is going to work. So I'm going to say that not function, right? Okay, so let's come out with if statement as well to make it more readable. So if, right, then the first logical statement will be not function, right? So what is not? So if this is not blank, so if this is not blank, right? You understand? This is blank, right? This is actually blank. Blank means false, right? So I'm saying if this is not blank, okay? So check if this is not blank. You see how that statement, I don't know, do you understand our logical statement? This is blank, right? But now I'm saying if this is not blank, which not is going to turn it to true, Abby? Which not is going to test if it is or not before reversing that. So I'm saying if this is blank, okay, do nothing. So if this is not blank, okay, if this is not blank, I want you to multiply the English test scores that we have here, multiply by the mathematics test score that we have here, right? Good. If this is done, then that is if, okay, so if this is done on this condition, if this is true, do this one. If it is not true, say this is blank, right? Okay, then I'm going to close this. However, I've messed up some of these things, so this not should be closing here. So this requires a bracket, and that is done. So I've said if this column is not blank, so I want you to multiply this and this, test score and mathematics score. But if this is blank, simply return blank, right? So that means that is not blank, right? So this is blank. Because it is blank, then we have returned blank here, right? So that is what we have here. Although this is not blank, but this is blank. But since this is blank, then we have returned blank. So if it's not blank, then it would have returned a value for us. So that is how you can use not function. But that is just kind of one way. There are several ways that not function will come handy to you whenever you are building a model or you are working on some kind of analysis in your spreadsheet. Alright guys, so let's continue with how to check errors in the next couple of videos.